challenger, Mauricio Shogun.2. He said more than anything in his life so far, Joe, his fighting life, he cherishes the Pride Grand Prix title he won in 2005. It was a very difficult tournament. He beat top guys to win the title. Quentin Rampage Jackson, Little Nog, Minotauro Nogueira, Ricardo Arona. He thought in his mind he beat Lyoto Machida the first time. He knows in his mind that he wants to win here tonight, that he wants to finish Machida, not let the judges decide his fate. He wants to decide his own fate tonight.
Well, before Lyoto Machida was UFC light heavyweight champion, Mauricio Shogun.2 in Japan was thought to be one of the very best, if not the best, 205-pound fighter in the world. He had a few injuries, lost to Forrest Griffin, came back with a lukewarm performance against Mark Coleman, but looked outstanding against Chuck Liddell, and then again, outstanding against Lyoto Machida. This fight tonight is so important for Shogun and so important for Machida. Both guys want to put the controversial fight behind them and move on to what I believe is going to be round 6.
Mauricio Shogun.2 steps into the Harley-Davidson prep point, 12-1 in Pride. And Joe, you talked about it earlier during the Patrick Cote fight. Shogun tore the ACL in his left knee, underwent knee ligament surgery after that first loss in 2 years to Griffin, re-injured it prior to the fight against Chuck Liddell. But when we saw a healthy Mauricio Shogun.2, we saw a guy who took unbeaten Lyoto Machida to the distance.
He is a berserker. He is just the prototypical shoot-the-box striker. Just a brutal Muay Thai striker, attacks the legs, keeps a high guard, has excellent punches, fantastic cardio, and relentlessly aggressive.
He is comfortable during chaos. He loves chaotic exchanges. He's going to look for many of them tonight against the light heavyweight champion. He is unbeaten in his mixed martial arts career. 16-0 overall. 8-0 inside the octagon. The 5th Brazilian to own a UFC championship, and he wants to defend that title again tonight.
The interesting thing about Lyoto Machida is before the Shogun fight, the last person to hit him cleanly was BJ Penn, a fight many, many years before that. And this, first of all, shows you how badass BJ Penn is, but it also shows you how elusive Lyoto Machida is, considering the level of competition that he has faced. Thiago Silva, Tito Ortiz, Sokaju, Nakamura, David Heath, none of those guys were really able to land power shots against him.
Shogun hit Machida more times than in all of the previous 7 fights that Machida had inside the octagon.
That's very impressive. Lyoto Machida has a very, very unorthodox style. The karate stance, his moving in and out, starting almost like a fencer, very perplexing to opponents. The first guy to really, truly figure it out was Shogun, and even though he lost the decision, he was the most successful opponent in Lyoto's career.
Lyoto, owner of the 2nd longest winning streak in UFC history, that stands at 8. Anderson Silva has the longest winning streak in UFC history. In 8 UFC fights, Machida has scored 9 total knockdowns, tying him for 3rd place all time, behind only Chuck the Iceman Liddell and Anderson Silva. Light heavyweight title is on the line. Machida, the Karate Kid. Black belt in karate, his father still trains with him daily. October 24, 2009 was Chapter 1. Chapter 2 takes place tonight here in Montreal. Dragon Machida. Our tale of the tape for our main event of the evening is brought to you by the only motorcycles worthy of being in the octagon, Harley-Davidson, Brazilian against Brazilian. 31 years old is Machida, 28 is Shogun. Shogun will have a 2-inch reach advantage. Let the battle continue. With the official introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, two UFC light heavyweight warriors have now entered the world's ultimate proving ground for champions, where they will go toe-to-toe in the world-famous octagon. As this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Quebec Athletic Commission, the Commissioner, Michelle Hamlin. Our three judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Sal D'Amato, Pasquale Procopio, and Tony Weeks. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon is Yves Lavigne. This bout is sponsored by Bud Light. Here we go! And the only motorcycles worthy of being in the Octagon, Harley-Davidson. And UFC Undisputed 2010 in stores May 25th. And now, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a Muay Thai kickboxer holding a professional record of 18 wins with 4 losses. Standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Curitiba, Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former Pride Grand Prix champion, presenting the challenger, Shogun.2 And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a karate fighter, holding a perfect professional record, 16 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 204 pounds. Fighting out of Belém, Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Lyoto, the Dragon Machida!
Protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now, go back to your corner.
We touch gloves. Let's begin round 6. The champion, the challenger. The title is on the line. Lyoto Machida.